Hello there folks, my name's Ben. Welcome to another Shots Fired Airsoft video. Just a short one for you today. Now that's really to document the issues that I've had with this little junior gas blowback from Cybergun. This is the Colt Junior gas blowback, which is actually the Cybergun licensed version of the WECT25. Now, when I received this initially, we did the unboxing video and everything seemed good. Unfortunately then, I've had numerous issues with it. I mean, I had mag leaking, so this is actually the inlet valve out of a WE high capper. It fits, screws in, it's the same thread, it takes gas and holds it just fine. And the other issue that I had sprang up when I was actually going to take this to do the shooting review. And unfortunately what happens now is I can reset the gun, so to speak, which I'll show you in a minute, and fire a magazine. When I reload that magazine and put it in, it refuses to fire again. So if I show you what I mean just at the minute, I'll make sure we've got gas in the magazine. I shall pop the magazine in. There is a round in the magazine. I'm going to just prime the gun. I'm going to aim it away from me and aim it towards a box I've got set up over there. I am wearing iPro, by the way, and if I just fire this, you'll see that nothing happens. Now that is despite the fact that we have a round in the magazine. It is fully gassed. This should fire. So if I pop that out again in a minute, you can see it has loaded the round. Pop that back in. Let's see, we don't get anything. If I just pull this down, just to show you it's not because of there's an issue of having one BB in the mag. I'll put the dry firings piece in. Oh, there goes the BB. Now we know that this worked because it was in the original unboxing video. So I do that, pull that back, and again we get nothing. So the way you deal with this is if I just pop the magazine out, lock the slide back, pop the barrel out, which I'm getting quite good at now because this gun's been apart a billion times. Pop the slide off. So if I pop that back in with dry firing, this should expel gas, which it does. So that fired then. Obviously without the slide on, it's just going to dump the gas. Now, once it starts firing, it will usually fire the magazine. So if I pop that back in there again and prime that, you'll see that the valve knocker only travels so far back. If I release this, it goes back the rest of the way. The gun will now fire. So if I take that out, pop the slide back on, and the barrel back in, which is always fiddly, but we'll get there, don't worry. There it is, and back round to the front. Give it a little wiggle, and he's in. It now fires. Like so. If I take that out, take the dry firing part out, pop that back in the gun, it doesn't fire like it shouldn't. Now, what I'm going to do is put the dry firing back in. So daisy, make sure that's in properly. Pop that back in, prime the gun, and we actually had a little light strike then, but what we're getting now is it won't fire. So that was gone from firing just fine. I've pulled the mag out, put the dry fire, pulled it out, put it back in, allowed the gun to fire and lose its sort of firing status, if you will. And now it doesn't fire, despite the fact that we have the dry firing part in and the magazine has gas in it. So we'll just check again. It's only a tiny mag. Yeah, there we are. So that's what I'm getting at the moment. What this means is, I've used this to show you because it's easier, but if I have if I get a couple of BBs, it's actually really difficult to do. I usually hand load this. Alright, so there's 4 BBs in there now, which bear in mind it's got a maximum capacity of 6, so it's quite full. I pop that in there, prime it, aim it in the box again, and again nothing happens. So if I do the same thing again, of course removing the magazine like I should have done earlier, and all I've got to do is remove them, put it back in, put the slide back on, barrel back in, put that back in, and it will fire. It fires a BB. It will then fire all the BBs in that magazine, and then it will fire, it will stop like it should. Now, it doesn't matter what you do, you're not going to get any gas come out, it's not going to do the blowback action. If I then reload that magazine, like so, bear in mind we've just seen it working, reload, fire, I'm fairly certain that again, it's not going to work. So that's the stage I'm at the moment. I can fudge it into working for a magazine, but if you take the magazine out and reload it, then it stops working. You then have to pull the slide off the gun, reset the safety yourself, go in there, and once you've got it all back together, it will then fire a magazine. Now I can do a firing test of this gun like this. It does fire fine when it's working, so I will do that for you. However, this particular gun doesn't work properly. I'm going to have to look into why that is. I got a feeling that the magazine safety, the little lever on top of the mag, this bit here, let's get its focus, this little tab might actually be too long in engaging the safety when it shouldn't. So at some point I'm going to grind that down. Bear in mind it could also write off my magazine, but I think I'm going to give that a go. So apologies I haven't got any videos for you at the moment, but the gun that I should be doing shooting reviews on doesn't work properly. I am going to get a video out of it very soon, probably on Wednesday if I can. And hopefully it'll be an enjoyable video. Just bear in mind that every time I'm reloading this, I'm going to fudge it so it fires properly. So that's all I've got for you at the minute. I've been Ben, it's been a Shots Fired Airsoft video. The struggle continues. Every pistol I seem to buy doesn't seem to work properly. It's fantastic. I'm really enjoying life as an airsoft reviewer at the moment. So with that said, I'll see you again very soon. Apologies for the lack of videos over the last sort of week. If I can get this sorted out, this will be the next one. Thank you very much and goodbye.